All right, let's bypass all that marketing hype for a second. We're diving straight into the actual Amazon product data for the Beauty by Earth Self Tanner Brush. We really want to figure out, does this thing actually solve our sunless tanning woes, or is it just another gimmick?
I mean, look, we've all been there, right? You're chasing that perfect, flawless, golden glow, and instead, you end up with these frustratingly blotchy knees, patchy elbows, and the absolute worst, those notoriously stained bright orange palms. Ugh, it is literally the classic struggle of at-home self-tanning.
For years, the old way basically meant messy hands and relying on these totally wasteful disposable tanning mitts that you inevitably have to toss out and replace. But now there's a new way on the block. It's this reusable precision Kabuki blending brush from a family-owned brand down in Texas, and it's designed to completely replace your traditional mitt. A real game changer, potentially. So let's move into section 1, Meet the Kabuki brush, its features and specifications. Okay, so right off the bat, this isn't your standard cheap plastic sponge. It actually features an eco-friendly bamboo handle attached to an aluminum ferrule, which holds these incredibly soft vegan PBT bristles. And to put the size into perspective, it's just about 3 inches tall and weighs a measly 2.7 ounces. So it's essentially a large, high-end makeup brush, but one that's been specifically engineered to hug the contours of your whole body. Priced right at a standard $18.99, it's making a pretty bold promise to us. It claims to deliver a flawless, absolutely streak-free fake tan, whether you're using lotion, foam, tanning water, or drops, all without ever needing that traditional mitt again. Moving on to Section 2, the glowing customer reviews, looking at data from 1,243 global ratings. Well, looking at the numbers, the consensus is highly, highly positive. An incredible 81% of users gave it a perfect 5 stars. When you factor in the 4-star reviews too, you've got an overwhelming majority yielding a very impressive 4.6 out of 5 overall rating. People are clearly loving this thing. And when we break down the specific praises, we can see exactly what is driving those super high scores. Ease of application is the absolute standout feature here, clocking over 140 specific mentions. That's followed closely by the softness of the bristles and the overall quality. So the physical, luxurious feel of the brush on the skin, that is a massive selling point for sure. Users are absolutely raving about how flawlessly it blends. Lots of customers specifically highlight how well it feathers out the product on those notoriously tricky areas. You know, your hands, ankles, and feet. In fact, one user literally called themselves obsessed with the streak-free finish. Obsessed! Which brings us to Section 3, the durability reality check, or the other side of the data. Now, to be totally fair, we have to look at the flip side. The crucial point here is the number 18. Out of the hundreds of written reviews we analyzed, there are exactly 18 specific negative mentions regarding the brush's durability. While the application is undeniably praised, a vocal minority of users reported some pretty major issues. Several people stated that the bristles completely detached from the handle or literally fell out in massive chunks after just a couple of uses. Yikes. So what's going on there? Section 4, actionable advice and the official care instructions. Well, the brand sets out 3 very clear steps to prevent this. They advise washing the brush with gentle, sensitive soap and water, and then manually drying the bamboo handle. But here is the absolute most crucial part, step 3. You must air dry it with the bristles facing down. This is the key to the whole puzzle. If you wash it and just stand it upright on your counter to dry, gravity pulls the water straight down into the ferrule, completely weakening the glue that holds all those vegan bristles together. Honestly, that is highly likely the exact cause of the chunks falling out that people reported in those negative reviews. So let's sum up what we've learned here. This is without a doubt a highly effective, top-rated tool that can give you a totally flawless, professional-looking tan at home. But, and it's a big but, it's an investment that requires strict care protocols to protect its lifespan. Actually, let's be real, it's definitely not a tool you can just use, rinse, and carelessly toss back into your bathroom drawer. So, I'll leave you with this. Does the promise of a perfectly blended, streak-free tan outweigh the potential durability risks of this Kabuki brush? Are you willing to ditch the mitt and put in the strict maintenance effort just to get that flawless glow? You'll have to weigh the facts for your own routine. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive, and keep seeking the truth behind the products you use every day.